Yo, I told some people, like Skip Bayless says, I can't wait. How about them Cowboys, Lions, everybody? How about me? Because we are back. And y'all know y'all say, oh, okay, this is is this the final episode? No, it's not the final episode. It's the final JT episode for John Tyler. But the podcast is going to continue. It's going to change into different stuff. And when the seasons for the JT start, but now the playoffs is on, we still can talk about Chapel Hill. We'll even say what hell Longview got going in. We got to get into that in a minute. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, all that stuff. And first of all, so CJ, I told you this off there, and you told me some stuff, and it made me think. And I reported it. I said it to the person, and they really didn't have no response for. When they said that we don't know football, and so I said that, and the Longview guys, all they really can go back is talk about all the teams they beat, all the little easy teams from Dallas. They brag about playing teams from Dallas. One guy said, "Oh, he's trying to compare Chapel Hill to Tyler." I say, "Well, Chapel Hill's still gonna go for it." He's like, "Well, they played a little country team. We're playing all the big DFW teams."
Oh, the ones we used to beat back all my lifetime. Okay.
Yeah. All the teams. They started bragging about that, but they can't get past Alito though.
A lot of teams, no disrespect, but a lot of the Dallas teams you play, some of them are still formidable, but they're not as good as when we was growing up.
Yeah, not as good as we did. I mean, they haven't ran into DeSoto. I don't remember them playing DeSoto no time soon. Yeah, Longview. Y'all want to talk about beating a DFW team? Go play DeSoto. Schedule DeSoto on your schedule next year, because y'all know y'all might be moving up to 6A, so we might as well talk about that. JT is gonna probably be in a better situation because with Longview and Forney, most likely moving up to 6A. They're gonna be in some district where it's gonna be probably a lot of traveling. It's probably gonna be another district with some DFW schools. But I guess they can finally. It's good to not them to see this guy. Who was the guy Osborne? He wasn't jacking around last night, but we'll talk about him later on. So I ended up not being able to watch the game. I was listening on the radio. But with that being said, though, I wanted to speak on this because it's always people that want to say things about the podcast or with us, and I wanted to say everybody think because always one person that thinks, oh, they say one thing. This my one negative comment is gonna shut everything down. That's how they feel. And then when I was talking about Longview, I'm gonna say some stuff about Longview. It's gonna be funny. Y'all might be there. I know I got friends in Longview. We all there, blah. You got people in Longview, CJ.
Absolutely.
But these guys, I'm gonna tell you specifically the Longview guys, because the guys on the forum, the guys on this forum, majority of them are the let's say overweight white guy that wears glasses that you see all the time that probably never played football. It's those guys. It's no racism involved, but that's what they look like. I haven't even seen a picture, but I can put money on it. That's what they look like, and they think they play. They pretty much people who've never played a lick of football that want to talk about this like the what they call the Sunday night couch Sunday coaches or something. Guys in the stands who like to say things, never played a lick of football. Those guys. We're talking about those guys now. But so like I said, if you're mad about me, I'm always somewhere to be found, and we can have a conversation about. I told them this before. We're gonna be at the sensation night. Y'all, I said y'all welcome to come out. All the lonely people. Even though I'm gonna make you mad, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna make you laugh. Hopefully, that's what most of the people. But I said y'all still welcome to come out. Still welcome to come out. And so anyway, the guys was talking about this and stuff, and I was like, okay. So first of all, I know we talked about Longview already, and you brought out the point. I said he was like, oh, the quarterback had their first 200-yard rushing game, passing game, and then you broke it down, CJ, and like, well, how many of those yards came off of yak yards? How many of those yards came off that screen pass? And then I pointed that out, and he was like, oh, Well, at least we're going further than JT. That's all. That was the response pretty much. And they was like, so when you brace the like people, then you say we don't know football, but I could not get them to get this answer. Give me the signature win. Richard Sherman said this. I know we Cowboys fan, but he said, give me a signature win that the Cowboys had this year. The signature, can you do that, Skip? That's what he said. Mm-hmm. Skip couldn't tell him. That's what, man. I said, give me the signature win that Longview beat somebody. And I said, don't say Forney because they got beat in the first round last year. I know they got the super running back at the time. I said, don't say Forney. Couldn't nobody answer that. And so I just said, y'all think we say what we said, and then one of the people like they try to make it like all this jokey. I know we can laugh at everything, but like I had a comment on my video, the last video, the one about the Longview game. One of the man's name was, I think, Shedrick Washington or something. Like, been watching y'all for like, listening to y'all about 4 or 5 years. Keep up the good work. And literally, that was just a random comment. Didn't have to, nobody told him to do it. He just randomly posted it on there. We had Tish who talked to say, y'all went out, y'all came inside and showed love to the little school that nobody talk about. We sure do. Because we probably might even go to another game. Did Byron Butt make the playoffs? You think?
I gotta look, see. I haven't looked at all the things. I've been very busy, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. If they make the playoffs and we able to go to a game, we'll probably try to go. Yeah, we love some Tish and everything. So, and that's all I say. Hey, it's nothing you can come at me with that I can't come back with. You can try to discredit anything. My channel, this nigga looked at my whole channel and looked at all of my videos and said he pointed out my most viewed video was like 8.6K views. Not knowing, then and to you that may be a lot of views to one, but not knowing that I got a video that was 30,000 views. I even streamed Longview's championship game on my channel, and it got like 30-something thousand, 40,000 views. And the game before that, the Cardinals game, got about 10,000 views. That championship game, and the John Tyler podcast that year. I think it was that year, yeah, that they lost the highly controversial episode we had there. That got like 1,000-some views. And so we talk. Now, this how when I tell you things about views, I don't care about views and how many guys got subs and who this guy. He the one that said, you trying to be. He don't know. He must not know who Pootie Pie is. He's the biggest. Who gives a damn about a Pootie Pie? Cootie Pie, suck my cock dry. I don't care who he is. It doesn't matter. Y'all think you damn about a fucking PewDiePie or Ninja. I know all those guys. I'm not trying to be them because they can't be me. I'm better than them and they know it. Just like I'm better than you and you know it. So Longview, let's get into it. I figured out something, CJ. I figured out something that's so hilarious. We all talk about the Longview Stadium, right?
Oh, Lordy.
Longview Stadium is like I made a mad, but I said it's the size of a 1A school. And it really makes them, and inside it makes them mad. Even if you went to that school.
I'm going to look at who's all playing that playoff game there.
Yeah. So I pointed out some things. I deprived a list of like 5 stadiums. What are you going to say?
I think I was going to say it's a sham and a mockery that they probably host more playoff games than Rose Stadium does. But it's a lot of teams near Longview. That play Dallas schools or they're closer Longview. So by default, that stadium is a little closer. So I had to stop myself. Okay, you won that one. Okay, but if that wasn't the case, it's a damn shame that Rose Stadium may see 1 or 2 playoff games and Lovo Stadium might see 10.
Yeah,
but I'm not. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, they actually got one this week. I started on the radio when I listened to the radio.
Maybe that'd be a good survey to just go out in the streets and see what stadium they like. Unbiased opinions.
Yeah. So I devised a list of stadiums. So we're gonna count the bigger stadiums that I believe that have more room in than Longview Stadium. We're not gonna count the home side because nobody sits on the home side. Everybody sits on the visitor side. So they got one set.
That should be enough right there. That's a damn shame.
So we're going to go number 5.
I don't even think.
Hold on. Before I go.
I'm sorry.
Well, you say we want to say, anyway. But after I finish this deal. Number 5. We go with Lufkin. First Lufkin, because Lufkin.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm at high altitude.
Yeah. Lufkin mimics Longview. Longview and Lufkin are like booty buddies. They love each other. I'm sweating. On the forum, these guys are like the bromance of like Brokeback Mountain. That type of relationship, that homosexual relationship. These guys love each other. I'm telling you, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, this is our best rivalry. We got a rivalry, and oh, good luck, guys." Every time they always have a gang, and they always got to spell. Good luck to you guys. But when it's the JT or something, it's this hate, blah 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 blah. But they always respect Lufkin for some reason. I'm not saying they just booty buddies. But so Lufkin just mimics. Well, they want to be Longview, so they do. The visitors sit on the visitor side, and at least they don't got a homicide would just reject like Longview. So some people sit on the home side too, but a lot of just the fans that just want to don't give a damn. They sit on business side. But anyway, number 4, I'm gonna go with Jacksonville Indians. I have the worst parking ever. But I got into that stadium and I was able to get a seat, and I felt like I had more room than I had in Longview. And that's the Tomato Bowl. Yes. Number 3, I'm going to go White House Stadium. We went to a game here before, and it was so small and packed. And I thought about it, and I got the Longview, comparing the Longview to White House. And I even White House is bigger than Longview. I'm like, hey, Patty Mahomes. Oh, that's another thing. Longview is pretty much hate that the Tyler's been getting to talk for all these years, because they've been the little brother that we've been beating up on like all the time. Like, shut the hell up. Like slap your little brother.
Yeah.
And Pat Mahomes is technically from Tyler, so he's the biggest star you can say from here. And there's no star in Longview that you can say besides like Trent Williams or Lyman. Or you can go way back far. You can go with Bobby Taylor is the last person you can think of from Longview. And there's nobody going to know this. Speak about it. I'm saying this, and I'm pretty sure it's true. There's going to be nobody from Longview bigger than Pat Mahomes in the NFL. No, nobody. Would you agree that?
Now, I'll say this, though. Of course, Trent Williams, he looks to be a Hall of Famer. So
yeah.
But Pat Mahomes is going to be more, you could say, more famous, I guess.
Yeah.
Some of that might be by default, but some of that might be because, I mean, he's won MVPs, Super Bowls, and then, and
yeah.
So we'll give some credit to Trent Williams. Now, I don't know how many people.
Now, Lyman never get the credit anyway, but he's got more credit at a lineman than most linemen have. So I give him that. We give him that.
That's what it is, because, hey, I will say, look, we don't know. Like, I've seen some great players like Von Dram again. Like, damn, I saw him at Texas, but what happened after that?
Yeah.
And I be looking. I believe in some of these guys. We can go back and forth about this thing. Look, Tyler Hyde just been, every time people saw John Tyler, they know who it is, and we'll be honest.
Earl Campbell.
Thank you, right there. Earl Campbell, and you know what I'm saying. And now, Longview, I know y'all done had some fly women. We can talk about that if y'all want to. Yeah. We can get I might get some shout outs at the end. But look, I'm just saying, I'm being unbiased here, people.
Yeah.
Rob just speaking some honesty to y'all. And
yeah.
I'm over here being I'm being the moderator too. Nah, I'm messing with you. But I will say this. You know what? I will say this. Yeah, y'all gym has always been good. Y'all have always had a good gym. We want to talk, about the whole thing. Yeah. But that damn freshman gym, cancel that.
Trash.
That's like I might well go to Fun Forest and play on the blacktop. It's a blacktop, and that's why nobody like playing in the sucker.
Damn. Speaking of learn, I have to ask you that, because the one guy was like, "Oh, enjoy basketball season." I was trying to be funny, and I was like, "I've never heard Longview in a basketball talks like playoffs or nothing."
Playoffs?
I've never. I saw. Have you? Did you play Longview in school?
Yeah.
And were they garbage or were they good?
Now, I'm glad you brought that up, because I can't remember how many times they made the playoffs. Now, like I said, when I was a freshman or sophomore, it was this white guy. He could shoot. Like we always knew what he was gonna be on the court. He had a shot. Yeah. He had a wit, as they would say.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. And see, I'm gonna be honest. My mom used to say she'll come to a game and she was like, "Boy, them Longview boys, they tall." And see, she was talking about basketball. She didn't know how the football players look. Yeah. It was always about the football players look like they so grown and they like they call Alabama them meat and potato boys. That's what they call that, right? So Trent Williams meat and potatoes.
Damn.
So. Because, they had a tall black dude, and then, they didn't look at, they wasn't intimidating to us. I mean, just like, John Tyler got some, they always going to have some ballers, just like football got some, so, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I play, we ain't even talking about the varsity. Look, I played with some ball players. I remember a game, my classmate, Keyston, we call him Keybo, he dropped 48 on them in the game, in Longview.
Woo! 48.
Played point guard.
Damn.
Dropped 48
Dropped
on
a 48 piece of
I'm just saying, so, freshman year, by the way. Anyway.
Oh, damn. See, basketball, I guess I never hear about them playing, but I don't watch basketball, high school basketball, though, so I thought.
But I'm on football now, I don't know why. I play basketball, I got a football mind. I don't know if it's the crazy
me too.
stuff. It's the crazy stuff I've ever seen.
But we go at the number 2, I say Lindale Stadium. Lindale. I look at that stadium, you get in there, you're like...
I thought I had to be there early. I was like, okay, I got room.
Yeah, we had a lot of room. And it was like, wow, this is even bigger than Longview, that little 1A stadium. And then number 1, this is the most hilarious one. Number 1. I haven't been there in a long time, but I just put this because there's no way their stadium is not smaller than... There's no way their stadium is the smallest in that city. Pine Tree has bigger stadium than the biggest school in their own city. And now you say Pine Tree, no, Pine Tree is like Chopper Hill would be to us. Not even that. Pine Tree is like South Tyler to Longview. It's Longview. And pretty much they have a bigger stadium than Longview Lobos. How is that possible? That y'all got the smallest stadium in y'all own city with the biggest school that y'all always, every year y'all have this record, we go 9-0, we go 10-0, 9-1, and y'all couldn't afford to get a stadium built. Y'all think y'all just so stuck on tradition? You know what? They so stuck back in the 1930s. That's the last time they won a state before Haynes King came around. They waited for Haynes King to come around.
At Georgia Tech, by the way.
Yeah, they actually they reckon not that good though. He threw some picks.
Yeah,
he threw some picks. And
I remember when he threw some picks. Anyway,
I remember that. They told us that game. They still won. They blew us out still, so they didn't think the game was. They don't.
We didn't have no damn offense.
They didn't see how close the game was when they look at the score instead of. I said y'all watch the score. I watch the game. That's what a lot of these people.
I bet we got them turnovers against the team we got now. We would.
Well, so I had to define it. Those are the top 5 schools stadiums that I said are bigger than Longview Stadium. Because and like I said, I think I'm gonna get a lot of people talking. They're gonna listen. This does Wolverine. That's you. He listen. This dude listen. The nigga listen to the whole show. He listens to the whole show. He's probably my biggest fan now. My YouTube, he goes to my YouTube channel and looks at everything over there. And then Lobo F7 was the guy I always talk highly of him because he knows all the stats. So he the one, he couldn't really give a response to your statement about give me those stats about Haynes King. Touch yards. He couldn't give no really response about it. Well, dang, you look about it, think about it. So anyway. We got some great stuff going on. Now, so I got to go ahead and say, he wanted me to tell you the excuse why did Chopper Hill lose. Well, at first I did not watch the Chopper Hill game, but I see that the score was 39-19, something like that. So defensively, I've always said this right now that they got to work on defense on Chopper Hill, and that's probably the only thing. But they can score. But seems like Kilgore is a pretty legit team. I haven't seen them this year. I just know we get to the playoffs it's gonna be a different story. Get the Rose Stadium, which is probably gonna happen again, and we're gonna show them what's up again, like we did last 2 years. And hey,
some thrillers, boy.
Yeah. So it's gonna be no different again. We're gonna get right back to the same spot, meet them in Rose Stadium, and it's gonna be the same thing
and
again.
It's gonna be the equalizer for they. Oh my.
Yeah. It's gonna be the same thing. Kid go straight back to the house, get on 31, stop at Sensation for a little bit, go back home, eat some of them tacos at that little gas station right next to Sensation. Then
Even
go
though
home.
they should be messing with Gabby Giovanni Groove.
Oh yeah. Gabby, shout out to Gabby. Yeah, go get some Gabby tacos. Yeah, see, that's why. Yeah, see, I don't hate everybody. I love me some Gabby. Gabby is probably my favorite person in Longview. Like right there, I'm gonna make sure I clip this clip for her so she can hear it. Yeah. Gabby is my favorite person in Longview. If y'all want some tacos, go get them Gabby tacos.
Because she be on the run. Boy.
Yeah, she be moving.
Okay.
Yeah, something do.
I'm sorry. Look, see,
next week we can talk about anything. Well, y'all still play on playoffs.
Playoffs?
Yeah.
Who is the
playoffs? This is a good topic here because Mercedes was at the club today. You know, we had the sound check. They had like a pool tournament. So I said, hey, the podcast. You know, we finna start doing regular stuff. We need some females to come through the show. She's like, huh? And she said, well, she said she got a topic, and she came all the way with it. I was like, okay. She was like, she was talking to some of my coworkers. She was like, hey, what do you guys feel like? Do you guys feel like intimidated or something if a female pulls your pants down, like doing sex or whatever? So if the female pulls them down instead of you putting your own stuff down.
Well, I was about to.
And I was like, yeah, I don't like that. It feel like make you feel masculine or something. So I'm thinking that's what she wanted to talk about.
Speak on that. Maybe I'll say that for.
So maybe we say we're gonna try to get her on the show. And because that's what she want to talk about. I'm like, wow.
Oh, well, shit, that's a good one. That's a good outside the box one, you know.
Yeah. So here we go, JT. This is the last game of the season. I can't believe Lee made the playoffs at 3-7. It makes no sense the way John Tyler is 6-4.
So they're lucky what district they in.
Yeah, and the district they was in, I was like, wow. And they still lost badly last night, like badly, 48-0 or something. And JT,
so that mean y'all
3-3.
Anyway, we got
Longview.
So did Tuck get hurt? I'm seeing.
They have another quarterback for something. I know they beat them badly too. Whoever that took Mesquite.
Yeah. Oh, he passed for 200 yards too. We ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, that's West Mesquite.
Anyways,
those DFW teams y'all brag about beating up on. But anyway, I was talking about the game, I believe. Yeah. Yes, I was, and I had a thought in my head before that. But Lee. I don't see how they made it. I mean, I guess they had an extra non-district game because they went 3-3 in their district to make the playoffs. JT went 3-4 in their district to not make the playoffs, but the record still 3-7, 6-4. It's like, wow, how could it's weird how it's still Lufkin was still in a better spot to make the playoffs than JT, and they needed to win and some people to lose, and they had a worse record. And speaking of that, did you know Lufkin beat Lancaster or not? They never reported the score. But I was looking through it.
I didn't get a chance to look
I'm going to look at it right now. Shout out to Max Prep.
Maybe I didn't want to look at it because I knew Judge Tyler lost.
So,
it just left my mind. I ain't going to lie.
So if you see them lose, then you be like, okay, they lost. They lost by 1 point. So it didn't matter anyway. So, yeah. JT came out. I was listening to the game. I said I couldn't make it, but all I knew was this guy Osborne. I don't know what he looked like. I'm gonna have to go back and watch some highlights of the game.
Yep.
And because I heard his name all day, just running here. And I heard people talking about on the forum and on Facebook and stuff like this dude was shifty. His feet, like he was just unbelievable. And it started off again, another one of them games. JT I think scored first. Just like they did Longview. And we're okay, McFall had a real good game. But then Granbury started throwing a lot of interceptions in these last 2-3 games. Longview he had some. I think he has to come before that. His decision making. He just got to get better for next year. I think he'll be better. I think he should be all right. I know everybody says his size and everything, but with them staying at 5A, he probably can get away with some of the teams he's gonna play there. Because like I said, the Longviews are moving up, the Forneys are moving up, all those teams. So he's got the arm, and I think the offense can get better. We'll see who's gonna be the next guy. The big guy, the next McFall, the next Street, the next whoever, who's the next man up to be that next guy. We'll see who that's going to be for the offense. And it's still a great season. It started out with the Marshall game. We all know the big overtime thrilling stuff, and it ended here. They lost it, but it wasn't that 6-4 from a 3-7, 2-8 season last year. Woods did do his thing to turn things around. And I feel like the team still played they played better with him than they was with Holmes. Like that, like I said, I think they checked out on Holmes and they just didn't really want to play. They just kind of gave up on the season. I think early on they gave up on the season. But it seemed like they bought into Holmes. I mean, they bought into Woods and everything. But this Osborne wasn't jacking around. He wasn't jacking around for the Jackrabbits. He was just doing everything. And I wish I could have seen it in person though. But I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. And CJ was there. Did you see our people? The normal they asked about me. I'm pretty sure they asked where I was at.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't sit in that section.
You were down to the student section.
Hey, I was telling myself focus on this game. Hey, maybe that's why so much craziness was going on. It was some crazy stuff going on. I was.
It was like he said, like a fight or something.
Well, what fight?
Something. You said something happened with McFall or something.
Oh, no, it was it was a false start. It was a crazy false start where he took off. Nobody else took off but him. What's going on? Like him and the DB, because the DB see him moving. Everybody
so they just playing one.
What's going on?
Oh yeah, shout out to Hood. I know he said TJ said he got Moss on the play, but that's all see. I think he must have made have given up maybe like 75 yards the whole season if you count whatever they gave up for last night. So shout out to Hood. Grace, look, you got to just one guy shutting down every year, every game he shut down everybody.
Is he was a senior this year?
He coming back.
Good.
He's a junior.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
we got him coming back.
That makes me feel way more better.
Yeah. So CJ for the team, what's going on, and we gonna do some more stuff after this.
Yeah. So this was one game I was looking forward to seeing. It ain't just because Tyler High needed to win this game to even have a shot at getting the playoffs. It's because I've never seen Forney in person. They've been formidable. They've lost, I believe, one game so far this year. So, and so I was looking forward to seeing. Okay, when I want to put it in my own perspective. Just like I had all these thoughts while watching the game, and I'm gonna get into my thoughts in just a second. But I was looking forward to seeing. Okay, I know this team run the ball very effectively. Hell, they ran Tyler High off the field last year, even though that might not be saying too much, because we knew the Achilles heel of Tyler High was their run defense, especially the run defense. I can't believe if they stopped anybody running the football last year. That was, and they started against Marshall.
Yeah. And
they probably got some free hugger busters because of it. But anyway, when we talked about the Dairy Queen thing, I know y'all scratching your head. Just go back and listen to some episodes and do your homework, all right, if you don't know what I'm talking about. You should have been listening. Nah, but we appreciate y'all listening, though. But here's the deal, though. Because, of course, after watching the game, I put it more into perspective. Like, Forney, they're very sound on offense. They're very sound. I knew by the statistics they didn't give up a lot of points. I mean, I could say, Tyler High scored 29 on them, but I have to put it in perspective. Yeah. They got a couple run backs, so it wasn't all on the offense scoring points. Now, the offense, in a second I'm getting in, the offense scored the first touchdown of the game. Yeah. McFall right up the gut. It was beautiful. Shot right up that gut, hit his head on the goal post, and that started the scoring. So, but let's talk about what I was looking for in this game. I was looking for, number one, I know this gonna sound repetitive, but this applies to this game too, just like the Longview game. How was Tallahassee defense gonna show up against that Forney rushing attack, especially? Because we didn't know much. Now I think Osborne, if I'm not wrong on this, he probably averaged close to 100 yards or right over 100 yards a game. So I knew he was a formidable to great running back. But you don't hear him talked about like the Taylor Tatums and I'm gonna put more perspective on why that is, and I'm gonna tell you what I told Rob after the game about this particular young man. But what I was looking for, could Tallahassee defense set the tone? This is senior night. This is a game y'all have to have against a very, very formidable team. But they're gonna come to play because I'm sure they know they're going to the playoffs. But I'm sure they don't want to end their season in a loss. Just like everybody has said, just like NFL teams. Okay, you go into the playoffs, you done clinched everything, but you don't want to go into the playoffs with a loss. You want to go in with a win and have momentum. Hey, just last year, Cowboys lost that game to. I almost said their own name, but to the Commanders, and they was like, well, that ain't good that they lost, so they need to, what I'm saying, they can't, but it's the Cowboys. Everybody gonna talk about it. Everybody, they do one negative thing, they gonna blow it up into proportion compared to other teams. But that's another subject for another day. But I like how the defense set the tone early. They focused. They got Forney. I'm trying to think. Was it a 3 and out? They got him off the field very quickly. So this was I think the first 2 possessions, but soon as I know first possession they got him off very quickly. But so they set the tone early. They got up 6-0, but I was just looking. I was like, it was in a matter of time before Forney puts that drive together, and they did. They put the drive together. They scored. They missed the extra point, I believe, or got it blocked. It was I don't think I've seen as many block kicks.
Yeah, a lot of those.
Yeah, and they, I think each team, I think Tallahassee ran 2 or 3 back and Forney ran 1 back. And just think about if they was worth 6 or 7 points compared to 2 points.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
close the game. Yeah.
I was like, oh, it ain't gonna matter. They down 6. They're down 3 scores anyway in the third quarter. But the biggest thing that does, that's a momentum changer. So let's get into it. Right up the gut. Now, Rob briefly spoke about this, about Caden Granberry. I will say this. I'm glad he's coming back. It looks like you have your quarterback sitting. Now, unless they go through spring ball and they got another guy be like, hey, we might need to take a look at this guy, and they battle it out. Caden Granberry showed some great flashes this year. He done a great job. It's just, now my thing is this, and I was thinking about this while watching the game. Him trying to push the ball down the field at certain times, is that something that he's getting from the coaching staff or the offensive coordinator? I say coaching staff because that handles everything. Or is it something like, oh, I'm gonna give my guy a shot because if you notice, just like the Longview game, when they're down, he's trying to take these shots. If it ain't there, it ain't there. And some of these teams like the Longview and Forney, they got a safety it's like a pop fly to him. So you're throwing if it ain't there, you can't turn the ball over. That's just something I'm sure he'll learn more and more, and he'll get better as he goes into his junior season. Next year. So but I know you got 2 playmakers on the outside. You got McFall, you're trying to get the ball to. You got Deuce Martin, you're trying to get the ball to. 2 guys we gonna miss dearly. They done a phenomenal job. They got great hands, hella ball players. I'm glad I got to see Deuce Martin more.
He ran a touchdown back, didn't he, last night?
Yeah, ran one of them. Yep, ran a return back. Yep, him and McFall actually, and the McFall had a kick. So I think before I got a touchdown either way, cause he just couldn't play on the defense. But anyway, but Forney, the people that saw him, you really saw why they're where they're at, why they had the record. Now, I did tell Rob, I was like, okay, well, some playmakers, defense can be had. I mean, the defense, they do what they need to do, you know what I'm saying? But they're a team, when you turn the ball over and they can run that football like that and the quarterback can make the throws that he needs to make and he puts it where the receivers need the ball and they're catching all the balls. It's just, it just, what can you do? And this is going to take a good formative team to knock them off in the playoffs. So they're just a good team. They handle business, and you give respect to them. The receivers, like I told Rob, they catch everything. It's like they catch everything, and the ball is right. The quarterback can be on his hip. The ball is just. I'm like, dang. Most teams I see, that's a knockdown or anything, but the ball is
catching everything.
Yeah, it's catching everything. Maybe some things that I expected to see Mesquite Horn do, Forney did. Because I knew Mesquite Horn, I know they got some playmakers, but something ain't right. So they're not winning the games. I'm just saying. But it ain't about a Mesquite Horn. I'm just giving y'all an example of what I expect from certain teams. But man, this guy Osborne, once he got going, look, I guess you could say, well, it was an honor to watch. I could actually tell people about him. I could put him in perspective. I heard he, how you want to talk about a player? Man, I heard he was good. Or I seen highlights. To watch how he runs the football. Just like when I watched, I could talk about a Ricky Stewart, or I seen one game with the running back last year. I forgot his name. Even though they lost, he was like, Ross, the Ross kid, Isaiah Ross, I think that's his name. I was like, damn, he runs hard. The guy, he has the footwork, speed, he got power, like a show with Amari Hardwick on it. Power. You hit him, he's falling forward every time. You hit him, 2 yards becomes 6 yards. It's like, damn. So it's like, and then once he hits his head on the goal post, it's like, man, this is. I'm just being honest, but it's just crazy though. But the guy had 5 touchdowns. And it's just it's like, damn, he just put so much pressure on the defense. He's running the air out of the football, and then hey, once they start completing passes and all of that, it's like, well, what can you do? Because you can't stop the run. So they can get third and 1, you know who they giving it to. 2nd and 3, maybe they giving it to him. But 3rd and 3, give it to Osborne. Yep. Give it to Osborne. And you had to really, had to hit him. You really had to stick him because you're not arm tackling. You got to stick and wrap up. But it's just that simple with him. And yeah, I'm sure the team that they play next week gonna find that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why they've been more. I'll be honest, they've been more interested in watching that Longview game in person, Longview at 40, because I, you know what I'm saying. So
they give him still.
You put some more perspective. Damn, Osborne on one side, Taylor on the other side. It's like, Lord, that would have been. That's so. Hey, and the thing about it, I didn't know the guy's only a sophomore. I'm like, that's got to be a misprint. I did not see a sophomore running that damn football like he was. So damn, 40 got him coming back, and this was the point I was gonna make. If he ain't okay, he's probably being more talked about in the DFW area and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But if they ain't talking about him now, they finna be. There's some schools gonna be calling, all right? There's some schools gonna be calling because this dude.
Yeah, I think he already got offers they're saying.
Yeah. I had to look him up after the game. I had to look that up after the game. But he's going somewhere, all right? So that dude right there, woo, it's just a rare talent, man. And it's the little thing. And they got so much confidence in him. So, and the way he runs that football, like, yeah, he was about like I say it like this. I know he wears the same number, but I was like, reminds you of a Saquon Barkley at Penn State. At Penn State, you know, you can say NFL, but the power he got. But the thing about it, man, they say he's listed at 5'10", 185. But he's running like he's 230, 235. So it's like, damn. Like, even if he put a little more muscle on, it's like, damn. And he's only a sophomore. That's just crazy to me. I'm like, nah, that's gotta be. I'm gonna go to 40 and check some ID but no, he might be a C. I don't know. He was like, damn, did he play as a freshman there too? But nah, man. But there's a formidable team. But like I say, it's a sad ending. But Tyler, how they play with a lot of heart. You know, they try to come out with a lot of energy. A senior night. That's the thing I think about, man. When you know it's your last home game, but possibly your last game of your high school career. You gotta, you just imagine what's going through their head, like how much they gotta leave out on that field. We know, like, man, you gotta give it all tonight, cause it ain't tomorrow ain't guaranteed for sure. So you leave it all out there. Hey, that's why I talk about the McFalls and the Deuce Martins and the, you know what I'm saying. That's why, like, man, it's so much appreciation going towards them seniors, man. Because, like I say, we watch these games. You know, we ain't out there playing on Friday nights. But the thing about it is, we just appreciate seeing these young athletes, and we know who we root for. But the bottom line is, it's competition. We seeing good to great football, and we seeing things like, damn, it's certain things you can see, and then when you know about it, you appreciate it more. You know what I'm saying? That's why we talked about that calling that pass interference at Lobo Stadium. But we ain't going to talk about that, no. Look, I'm just saying, we ain't going to talk about that. We just talking. I'm just putting in perspective that when you know certain things and you see it, you know what I'm saying? I was there in person. I seen it. So, I mean, that's just what it was. But, like, for instance, Rob mentioned, 7 carries, 68 yards. He had a rushing touchdown. He even had a kickoff return for a touchdown. As he looks to go towards the next stage of his life, taking his talents to the West Coast, and I wish him the best with that for real. I'll be watching more UCLA, and I hope they treat him right. You know what I'm saying? I hope
they Chip Kelly offense.
See, yeah, I didn't even put that in perspective. The Chip Kelly offense. He gonna go play for. Hey, look, they getting a hell of an athlete. We know that we be watching these athletes go to the next step was the Jamarian Millers of the world, going to Alabama. Shout out to the Miller family, by the way, again. And, all that. These players, because sometimes we know it don't work out for certain athletes for certain reasons. Some reason we don't ever know. They go to a school, they feel like they might not be getting treated right, so they want to go to they want to go to another, you know what I'm saying? So it's just all about the opportunity you get. But that's why I be hoping for the best, especially East Texas athletes, man, that we watch and we like, damn, sometimes it can't be like a Patrick Mahomes, boom, boom, boom. Trent Williams, boom, boom, boom. Haynes King done moved around some. Hey, Adrian Peterson, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? It's just, stuff like that. Oh, how many times have we said, dang, what's her name now? We were just talking about Chance Amy recently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what happened to him?
I'm not sure. I know he originally was going to Syracuse, and then, some players, let's put it in perspective. Some players, we want them to play. We feel like they should play right off the bat, but we're not in that system. We're not in that school. We don't know, but we know when you go to Alabama, man, they ain't just recruit. It ain't like certain school. They ain't just recruiting players from like that area. Man, they'll get players from D.C. if they want to, upstate, maybe Washington, because it's Alabama. That's why these teams work so hard to be great, like the coaches, because you can get players from anywhere. Dion can get them from anywhere just because of his name alone. You know what I'm saying? Let's not even talk about the record. Look, it ain't about that. Sometimes for the person alone, Alabama, Texas. That's why Texas want to get back to their winning ways. You know, Texas can get them from anywhere. USC anywhere. Oklahoma. Yeah. We used to talk about, they stealing players from Texas, even though it's the border, because Texas, Oklahoma, them rivalry. You know, we Longhorns, so you know what I'm saying. Adrian Peterson, what happened? He picked he picked Oklahoma over what school? Texas.
Yep.
And if y'all go listen to the interview he did with Shannon Sharp, Club Shay Shay, by the way, plug.
Yeah.
You'll see why he picked Oklahoma over Texas, and it was a little interesting. But I was like, oh, okay, I shrugged my shoulders. But
I never heard of that. I'm gonna have to listen to that one.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, damn, he was right down the road.
I've been listening to the nightcap somewhere, so I forgot about the
Yeah, the nightcap, and we know the nightcap at Empire. But anyway, but Palestine, shout out to Sharia White, by the way. Sharia White, Scorpio. Yeah. And I love the Stein. Shout out to Miss Carwell, a.k.a. Fat Cat. Shout out to SMG. I mean, I love the style, man. You know what I'm saying? I love the style. So, but anyway, like I say, we don't never know what's going on in these schools. We just believe in the player. You know what I'm saying? We like, so that's why. Keontae Ingram, boom, boom, boom. Carthage went to Texas. Now he an NFL player for the Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, Like, we was talking briefly about this with Al 100 was on the show. Shout out to him, Al 100. So, that's why I love watching this stuff. That's why I love. We talked about Kiki Kuti. We talked about him during the Lufkin game. Yeah. Lufkin went to Texas Tech, went to the NFL, played for the Texans. So, it's just different. I mean, hell, we could go way. We could do a whole episode of that stuff. So it's just, But we wishing them the best, man. This thing goes by so fast. This season, I have to remind myself in August how fast this go by. But once you get rolling, you like, okay. Once it get to October, okay. But once it gets to November, it's like, damn. Or in October, it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So, but just to go back on this game, you see a little everything. You saw a lot of returns. You saw some turnovers. You saw, you just saw a little everything. But I was just looking forward to seeing all the talent on the field one last time at Rose Stadium this year, and just seeing the result, man, and wanting to put it all in perspective, because this is kind of bittersweet. I don't know if I want to use it, but I'll just say it's a little bittersweet right now. That we talking about this team for the last time at the very moment. But you never know what's coming in the near future, though. Yeah. So, we was hoping to talk about some playoff football, Tyler. But, like I said, we roll with the punches. We can control. But we saw a guy named Osborne that showed that he's got to be reckoned with for a little while longer. So, but what I'm proud to see is how this defense turned around. You don't have to throw no stats at us. You don't have to throw no stats with our eyes, because we seen what happened last year. We see what happened this year. Yeah. Vastly improved run defense. I love the work on the back end. Shout out to Hood, Zach Williams, Drummer, who works his tail off because they was throwing at him a lot, and he played both sides of the ball. Shout out to him, man. The Suing twins. Shout out to Candace Anderson. I told her in person last night that that number 14 of yours. Just shout out to both of them. We know. Look, they get after it. And he was one of the Mr. Suing, number 14. He was the ones hitting Osborne, sticking him, and every time you look up, player of the week, so many tackles. He gets after it, and when you watch him, he's everywhere, sideline to sideline, and I love to see it. I think
we can get them on the show now. I think I'm gonna try. We're trying to get some of the players Oh, so we was talking about that. I was
Oh
yeah,
you never know what we got. Cause they. Hey, look.
Yeah. It was good to see.
We got a surprise. Y'all don't never know what's coming on. Y'all never know what's coming on. So that's just what it is. But I wanted to speak on that as I close out talking about the game. Look, we're looking forward for Granberry coming back. Looking forward to the skill players. I know Cyril's was a sophomore. He'll come back. I'm looking forward to just seeing everything. I believe Ariaga's coming back, if I'm not mistaken. I try not to be wrong on these junior, senior, sophomores. Sometimes a junior and senior, they got one more. Okay, cool. So, but man, I believe I'm looking for some more weapons on the outside this year. Some more. Hey, cause we losing two good to great ones, man, and at least, and so we know we're gonna have a running game. But hey, in order for Granberry to get even more better, let's get him some let's make sure some weapons are there. Now we can't. Hey, this ain't NFL. We gonna go out of free agency or draft some people. But like I say, Tyler, it's a pedigree for a reason. It's a reason why people expect so much because athletes just come in and out of there, and so it's just next man up. It's just next man. They just reload and do what they do. Maybe there's another Street down the line. Maybe there's another Fred Ross down the line. It'll be very hard. I doubt, but hey, it'll be another
Greg Ward down the line.
Hey, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can see flashes, but everybody, like even Shannon says, is God don't give you everything. LeBron James has flaws, this and that. I can make you 6'9", 270 or 250, but you can't be the greatest shooter all the time. You can't. That's not fair. Even Giannis, he struggles with a jump shot. He got to get better, but he may be the most dominant player in the world right now. So it's just because of his length and how he can move. But that's about. I mean, that's what it is. So I'm looking forward to even more improvement. I shout out Coach Woods because, like I say, no matter what nobody says, we saw great improvement, and there was a chance. There's a chance, but it's 1 or 2 games you could have handled your business in, and the defense could have made 1 or 2 more stops than they did, and you might have been in there. But, hey, and as a whole, we've seen the improvement from last year, and it's let's see if it can veer on to even more improvement as Cujo gets back on track to get to where they need to be. As they went into the first year under a new coaching regime. So
I feel they got robbed at McKinney North game though. That one game, that game could have probably changed around the playoffs. They pretty much they called the touchdown that they took back. It should. I looked at it. I mean, it was a touchdown, but then the McFaul he caught it, but he dropped through his hands.
Yeah. Sometimes, hey, that's why they call the game in inches, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll look at the first 3 district games. It's like, damn, that one game they should have took care of their business. That one game, and you could have been like, they could have beat Longview or Forney, but it's a lot of times you got to handle your business. Handle your business because you gonna come across a team that's just better than you on one night. Maybe they better than you on most nights. But see, the thing is, you got to handle your business when you need to handle it. There's just certain things, everybody got to play their part, and that's the thing. Especially when, that's why the game of football is so fascinating because unlike basketball, it's one game. Anything can happen in one game. All we need is one. What's the quote on Little Giants? They might beat you 99 times out of 100, but at least one time. It's happened in the high school playoffs. People that got upset. They 13-0. They went down because they probably not haven't faced a team like that other team. You know what I'm saying? How the hell they beat them? It's just sometimes it's a bad matchup, and that's what's crazy about football. That's what's so crazy about football. And people even lose money on betting these games. It's like, damn. But anyway, some shout-outs. I've gave some shout-outs off and on during my little soliloquy. But, man, I want to shout out to everybody that done tuned in this season, even new people that done tuned in, people that done shared the podcast, people that done asked us about the podcast in person. People know who I mess with, man. Shout out to the look, shout out to the artists, shout out to the entrepreneurs, the business owners, all of that, man. On this one, I shout out to everybody. You know who you are. That asked me about the podcast, that viewed the podcast. Because hey, we even got more stuff coming. So this ain't the end. We finna go into a little something different. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what you gonna come. You never know what's coming, but you keep tuning in to Rob's channel, and y'all will know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? And or you pay attention to the channel, you subscribe to the channel because boom, you're like, oh, it's a video up.
Yep.
You never know. You never know what's coming. So it pays to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't gonna promote everything as it come up. We just like, boom, but just know something coming, though. You know, we don't know what date, but just know it's coming soon. And then they'll lead into 2024. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be a big year. So shout out to everybody. We ain't even got into no playoff talk. Rob briefly mentioned, but you never know. We'll probably be back next week with a play. I don't know. Rob got to talk about some Chapel Hill. You know what I'm saying? So you know they trying to get back to where they want to go. Another state championship run. So they got business to handle. So you know. Brisbane and Stewart and the crew, so they're looking to do their thing and keep people on notice as they've been doing. You know, just more business at the office as usual. So, but hey, birthday shout out to y'all. Like I said, shout out to people doing their thing. Like I say, hey. Y'all can hit Rob up his inbox, my inbox, email, whatever. However y'all can reach out to us. Hey, if y'all see us in person, whatever. Because some people want to get on these shows and everything, but like I said, we gotta do things at certain times. But we got stuff coming though, so just be patient. Just wait on it. We ain't forgot about you. We ain't forgot about y'all. I'm sure we could have more people on some of these football episodes, but hey, that's the bottom line. Yeah. And more stuff is coming. I'm signing off, but to Tyler High, damn, it was fun. Once again, we proud to see the improvement. Because I was looking if that damn run defense got improved. I'm glad that now, like I say, we got to look back and evaluate and get back to it. And it's Cujo, man. It shouldn't be nothing short of the playoffs. They ain't used to that. So next year, can't make it another year in a row. You can't make it 3 years in a row, 4 years, whatever. Time to get back to the playoffs, and I know they evaluate Coach Woods and that staff will do their thing. But hey, just know we coming back with something. I'm gonna miss talking about some football, but hey, this might not be the last time. But to Tyler High, you know what color we bleed. It's the bottom line.
Yeah. Other than Roman Reigns beat LA Knight.
See, he gonna say all that.
I'll tell you this. I want to shout out her. I always see her talk about something I like. Naya Aisha Oliver, you know her?
I know
she talking about WWE. She be talking about WWE.
I think she on my page. That might be the one.
Females she's talking about the game. She be talking about video games. She be talking about everything I like. She talk about. That's the kind of girl I want to be with. Like, I'm gonna send her the episode and say, hey, if you like games and stuff like that, I love. That's why I like. Because we can play Madden together. I can beat you 100-0, but I can teach you how to play. We can play Call of Duty. We can watch the game. We can go watch. That's all I want. That's all we're gonna do. Just have some fun. Some women don't like to do all this. They like to just cash out me some money and that's it. And I do it. I don't want to talk to you. I just want to get la. Anyway. Shout out to everybody, man. Season, like I said, it's been a great one. Fun season. We come back. Episode for start going. I'm pretty sure whatever happens next week with the playoffs, we'll put something together and figure it out. Longview, I think y'all need to upgrade y'all stadium soon because if y'all don't, I'm gonna keep laughing at y'all until I always say that y'all have a 1A school stadium. I think there might be even a 6-man school that has a bigger stadium in Longview. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna see if any 6-man schools in Texas. Because there's a lot of I was listening to the radio, the broadcast. They had one of the guys on the show during halftime, he was like they was going to the playoffs. And he has this is gonna be his last year coaching 6-man. I think it was like Alito. It was an A. It started with A. Probably take avocado, Texas, something with an A, Texas. But yeah, we finna be out of here. Oh, we got to do it. Before we didn't do it last week, we're gonna do it again this week. So we didn't do the NFL picks. I probably forgot about it, but then just got some pretty good games. So
this is a tough week for picks for me.
So we're gonna start off hard. Start off with a hard one. Dolphins and the Chiefs. You know me, had Mahomes is my homeboy. We've been friends forever. The Dolphins are a good team. We see what did the Eagles. I'm gonna just go with Chiefs.
I gotta go with Chiefs.
Yeah. All right, Vikings and the Falcons. Without Kirk Cousins, I'm taking Falcons.
Falcons been struggling, but I'm taking the Falcons at home because we don't know what the quarterback gonna be in there in the league. Yeah.
Bears and Saints. Another thing with I think Carr is not there. The Bears are not that great, but I feel like they got Kamara. I'm putting Saints.
I'm going with the Saints at home.
Yeah. Packers and Rams. We see what happened to the Rams. Put a 40-piece on them or whatever we put on them against the Rams. The Packers are not looking good right now. I'm gonna go Rams.
Two struggling teams. I don't trust none of them. But I'm going with Packers at home. I'm giving one more chance, Jordan. One more chance.
Commanders and Patriots. Two teams here. They going both different directions. I'm gonna go Commanders.
Gotta go Commanders on that one.
Seahawks and Ravens. That's a good one right here. I like the Ravens. I'm going Ravens.
Maybe another game of the week. I gotta go Ravens at home.
Buccaneers and Texans. I don't like Baker Mayfield anyway. I'm gonna go Texans.
I think Buccaneers. I think they number one in turnover differential, but I don't know if I still trust them. I'm going Texans at home.
Cardinals and the Browns. Is Deshaun Watson playing? They just traded their quarterback. The Cardinals did. They back up, so I'm going Browns.
Gotta go Browns. That defense all over.
Yeah. Colts and the Panthers. I'm going Colts because the Panthers, they just probably can't do it.
Colts.
Giants and Raiders. They had a quarterback last week that threw like 4 passes, missed 30 or something. That dude was garbage. I'm going to go Raiders.
If Tyrod Taylor playing, I would probably go Giants, but I would go Raiders, even though they got real. Antonio Pierce gets the win, and Aiden O'Connell.
Cowboys, Eagles, the game of the week. I know we Cowboy fan, but Skip put up a stat. Dak is like 8-2 versus the Eagles. I'm going to go Cowboys by 7.
I will put the head over the heart. Maybe it's a reverse psychology. Philadelphia.
Hopefully they last the 49 thing. Okay, Bengals and Bills. That's a pretty big game. I'm looking at the Bengals. I think I'm gonna go Bengals.
Bengals for sure.
And then the Jets and the Chargers. Somehow the Jets might win this because of their defense. I'm gonna go Jets.
I'm gonna go Chargers. I don't trust them that much, but I think they'll barely win. They'll make 1 or 2 more plays offensively. So.
That's the picks. Hopefully, we see a big win for the Cowboys.
And I will say this though, I have to pick the Philadelphia because I believe they'll split. So Philadelphia at home.
Oh yeah, they're at home.
And I will say this. I don't know if that's a jinx them, but sometimes I trust the Cowboys more when they play at 12 or a night game. Look it up. Go back and look at the game. If you can watch the Cowboys over there, it seems like they struggle more with the afternoon. I don't know why. Now, if they don't blame me, I'm just saying, as a Cowboys supporter or a fan, you have to be like, damn. And I'm just going by history of what I see.
Yeah.
But anyway, think about that, y'all. Go look it up. Go.
Yeah, I just know them 12 o'clock games. Yeah. They do play better.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell it is. Hey, think about that blowout. When did they play? Think about
12 o'clock. Giants.
Jets. On Monday night. Now that Monday night game when they played the Titans, Amari Cooper's first game.
Oh yeah.
When Kevin Byard picked them off like twice, that don't count.
Yeah,
you gotta lose the Lord. What is?
Yeah, that was a bad one right there.
But anywho.
But that's it, man. NFL picks. Like I said, I'm gonna see. We're going to probably have some more people coming on now when we start these new episodes. But playoffs are starting. Chap here has to play some team out of Orange, Texas out this show. They like 6-4, so they'll probably be playing somewhere in the Houston area or something. But maybe maybe they get a first round. If he get the number one seed, well, nah, they probably didn't because Kilgore did homeboy. Anyway, but we'll see about what happened next week. We out here. Know you want to shut your mouth and Longview upgrade your stadium.